So 9:33 left to go in the second quarter, and Stony Brook is up 17-8. So Gigi Gonzalez now with the ball. She gets it across the timeline. She gets over the right to Jonay Cox. Inside to Smith. Smith under the OGP. She goes to Gonzalez on the left wing three. And it's off the back iron, no good. Rebound being fought for and picked up by Jonay Cox. Cox, she'll try to get out of the way and is stolen away by Ryan Weesey. Weesey with it. She gets it across the timeline, goes inside to Mia Perkins. Perkins with a jumper, blocked by Smith, but she'll get fouled for that. Looks like there was some contact with the hands right there. In the act of shooting, that will send Mia Perkins to the free throw line. Mia Perkins, she is 8 for 17 so far this season from the charity stripe, so she is 47%. See if she can get her ninth one here. It goes up and in. So that's the first free throw attempt of the day for the Sharks, and they make it 17-9. Perkins goes for her second. It goes in. And she makes both right there. It's 17-10, Stony Brook. So a little four-court press right now being shown by the Sharks, but they lay off of it after Victoria Johnson gets it across the timeline. Smith with it. Goes over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds Johnson. Johnson up for three. Got it. Victoria Johnson unleashed the first shot from beyond the arc today. It's 20-10, Stony Brook. So now here is Sanford with the ball. She gets over to Johnson. Jada Johnson near the top of the key, being guarded by Victoria Johnson. Ryan Weesey at the left side. Weesey inside. Long jumper off the back iron. Rebound taken by Gonzalez. Gigi Gonzalez works a fast break. She's working her way inside. Nearly loses it, but she gets it back. Victoria Johnson nearly thought about another three. She'll go over to Smith inside. Layup too strong. She takes her own rebound and gets another layup and misses that one too. As Mia Perkins saves it, but Jonay Cox gets it. She tried to go for a layup, being made contact right there, and a foul will be called on the Sharks again. And that one may be going against Shyla Sanford. So in their home games for Stony Brook this season, they've been engaged in many close affairs. But this is the third opponent against the Northeast Conference for Stony Brook this season. Their last two, it was against St. Francis Brooklyn to start the season, and their second game of the season, I believe that was against Manhattan. Actually, Manhattan, I believe they're part of a different conference, but it was against Sacred Heart, their last game that they also played against. Jonay Cox for her first free throw goes in. So after this game, there's one more NEC opponent for the Seawolves during the non-conference. That'll be against Wagner in a few weeks. Cox up for a second, drills it. Jonay Cox makes both, and it's 22-10 Stony Brook. Sharks with it. So now you find Reese inside to Perkins. Perkins, the layup's too strong. Rebound being fought for. It's taken away by Kean Smith. Smith over to Gonzalez on the other side of the court. Johnson over the layup. Doesn't make it there, but the foul will be called on the Sharks, and that might be against Ryan Weesey. Actually, that's Shyla Sanford with the foul, and that'll be her first. Cheyenne Clark will check in for OGP. Clark comes back in, so far the leading scorer of the day for the Seawolves with 7 points. That'll send Victoria Johnson to the free throw line, shooting 2. First one goes in. She is 13 for 17 on the season so far. She is averaging just over 75% from the charity stripe. As Johnson prepares for her second free throw. It goes up and in. So Johnson connects on both, and it's 24-10 Stony Brook. Their largest lead of the game so far. With 7:53 to go in the second quarter. Kiara Bell will give it off to Weesey on the right side. Gonzalez guarding her. She'll go over to half the court to Jada Johnson. Johnson being guarded by Johnson. Johnson over the right side, back to Weesey. Weesey at the top of the key, steps back. She looking for Vatanen, won't find her. She goes over to Bell. Bell inside for the jumper. It's off the back iron, no good. And rebound taken by Cheyenne Clark. Gigi Gonzalez with the ball. Trying a little fast, but goes over to Cox. Cox open for three. Too strong, rebound taken by Perkins. Mia Perkins with it. She'll go over to Ryan Weesey. Weesey at the left wing. She's being guarded by Gonzalez. Going towards her right at the top of the key. She gets inside to Kiara Bell. Bell with it. She gives it over to Johnson. Johnson over to Bell. Bell for a jumper. Got it. Kiera Bell is able to unleash that one right there, and she's able to get more points. Johnson, an immediate three. Too strong. Rebound being fought for Cox with it, and she gets the layup over the double team. And a great job from Jonay Cox right there to get that work going when it's 2-on-1. Back to a 14-point lead for the Seawolves. 6:35 left to go in the second quarter. Ella Vatanen, she goes over to Jada Johnson to the left wing. Inside to Bell. Bell being guarded by Clark, and the layup goes up there. Some type of bank shot right there. Good job from Kiera Bell. Gigi Gonzalez now goes over to Johnson. Johnson nearly thought about another three. She'll stick with it the left wing. Goes over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the ball. She goes right side to Cox. Cox open for three and falls down. The foul will be called on Ella Vatanen. And Hella sent Cox to the free throw line to shoot for 3 free throws. Okay, it's definitely a bit of a heartbreaker right there when you don't want to commit fouls like that when your opponent is in the act of shooting 3. So Cox already with 4 points on the day. 2 of them has come from the free throw line. Or actually, that wasn't in the act of shooting. So Clark will inbound it to Hilaire after a slew of substitutions took place. Hilaire goes over to Zeiss, finds Clark, goes over to Warren at the top of the key. Warren being guarded tightly. She'll give it back to Hilaire. Hilaire looking for someone. She'll go over to Zeiss. Bad pass taken away by Brandy Thomas. Thomas sticks with it across the timeline. Ryan Weesey with it. And we got an illegal screen. A foul will be called on Kiera Bell. And that'll be her second foul. It's kind of tough right there. Kiera Bell already leading the way for the Sharks with 8 points. 5:44 left to go in the second quarter. Stony Brook has a 26-14 lead. Clark will inbound to Hilaire. She crosses the timeline. Hilaire being patient at the top of the key. Gets inside to Clark. Clark, will she take a jumper? She won't. She'll give it off to Zeiss. Zeiss inside to Pagan. Pagan jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebound will be taken by Kiera Bell. Bell gets over to Weesey. Johnson open for 3. And it's off the back iron, no good. And the rebound will be taken by Anastasia Warren. Warren working a fast break, tipped away by Thomas. And Ryan Weesey will recover it. Weesey gets to Bell. Bell for the layup, got it. And Bell already in double figures with 10 points right there. Pulls the Sharks to within 10, and Caroline will call a timeout.
An illegal screen pass called. Illegal screen on Patrice Jackson, and it goes back to Stony Brook. 4.5 left to go in the third quarter. Stony Brook up 41-29. Another substitution will check. Another substitution will occur, and Stacey Warren checks out, and Jonay Cox will check back in for the Seawolves. So Warren will get the inbound from Clark after Raven Pitts tried to do some kind of big pressure right there. And Lair still sticks with it. She gets it across the timeline. Lair's 2 points away from her season high, and that ball was tossed away by Pitts. The Super Sternberg trying to work her best up defensively. So let's see how that plays out. So Jonay Cox now inbounded to Hilaire. Hilaire fakes it off, and Zeiss will get it on the left side. Because if you stay under the net, loses the ball but gets it back. Cox now on the right side. Hilaire with it. And we have a foul call. Looks like they're away with the ball. That one was against Mackenzie Boucher. So Wagner will get the ball back. So look to try and get some more points here. Cohen with the ball now. Fakes off Hilaire. Hilaire for the layup. Too strong. Rebound taken. Clark didn't have it, but Raven Pitt picks it back up. There's Cohen going up for 3. And rattles around. No good. Rebound taken by Zeiss. Hilaire's still sticking with it, nearly double team. Working in transition. Hilaire Cox goes up for 3, and she connects. And Jonay Cox has 4 points on the board. It's now a 15-point lead for the Stony Brook. That's their largest lead of the game. And Poet and Lenahan really lost it, but she picks it back up after Cox nearly had the defense on her. And Pitt for 3. Too strong rebound taken by Hilaire. And there's no foul call, and she fell down. Lenahan to Pitt. Pitt working inside. She goes over in the foul. A traveling violation, actually. And that one will be called on the Seahawks. So I could explore there could have been multiple fouls called against the Seahawks right there, but none were called. However, Stony Brook will get the ball back. 3:21 left to go in the third quarter, and Stony Brook's up 44-29. Hilaire will look to inbound. A little full court press continuing to show here by the Seahawks. Cox will get it across the timeline. Cox being double teamed. Has to find a way out of there, and she travels. So there's where the full court press finally comes in. For Seahawks, there with some pressure on Stony Brook. So Raymond Pitt will check out, and that will bring back Alasia Daly, 5'8" guard junior from Severn, Maryland. So Cohen with the ball now. She goes to the right side for Daly. Daly being guarded tightly by OTP. OTP draws her away. Edwards going up for three. Rolls around, no good. Rebound taken by Jackson. He finds the layup. That was more than a 3-point right there by the Seahawks. As they pull within 13. Pretty much having careful with the full court press. OTP gets it away. Really being double teamed, but Hilaire gets it back. Hilaire will slow it down. Goes over to Zeiss. Zeiss with it. She moves away Hilaire. Hilaire looks to go to her left. She will. She goes over to Hilaire. Cox over for three. Left corner. Got it! Another 3-pointer for Jody Cox. Her second from the young yard. 60-point lead for Stony Brook, and she now has 7 points. 47-31 Stony Brook. Linehan had a chance to go for three, but she stepped out of bounds on the attempt right there. After OTP forced the pressure, and it goes back to Stony Brook. A little back and forth action here. Most often, but Stony Brook is the one that stays in control of this game with the 16-point lead. So Linehan will check out. Now brings back Milija Christograva. OTP will inbound it to Cox. Cox finds Hilaire. Full court press still showing here by Wagner. And a collision forces a foul on Alasia Daly. And a really tough one there from Daly right there. That's getting really tough. Her fourth foul. And now it will send KK Hilaire to the free throw line. So she's 2 points away from her season high. Let's see if she can get both here to match it. Hilaire staying sharp. Her first free throw. It goes in. She is 4 of 5 so far from the charity stripe today. She now has 23, actually. I didn't realize she actually had 23 points, according to the stats. So that is a season high. And the second free throw doesn't go in. Now it goes back to Wagner on the rebound from Edwards. Here's Cohen with the ball. Cohen to the top of the key. Finally lost focus. Daly gets on her left. Christograva, and a foul called on the floor. That will be going against OTP. That'll be her first. Actually, the foul's on Jonay Cox. For Cox, that will be her second foul. With that, Stony Brook is now eliminated as well. That will send Alasia Daly to the free throw line and shoot a pair. She goes for her first. Hits off the rim, no good. She looks like she immediately wanted to go for it, but couldn't find it. So now Daly will try another chance. Second free throw will go in after it hits the front one, and then rattles around and goes in. Still with a 16-point lead for the Seawolves with 1:56 left to go in the third quarter, so we've got 48-32. So Alasia Daly will check out for the Seahawks, saying that will bring back in number 21, Drea Haygood. Hilaire now with it. All right, looking to go. Goes over to OTP. OTP, a long jumper. Can't find that one. Ball loose on the floor. Edwards picks it up. Working that fast break quickly. And she won't do it. She'll go back to Cohen on the left side. Cohen sticking with it. She goes over to Drea Haygood. Hayward nearly losing the ball. Nearly traveled. And Edwards able to catch a long one right there. And just a grabber. Shot blocked by Cox. And Hilaire picks it up. Zeiss gets over the layup. Goes hard and foul. What we call the chance to Seahawks right there. Now send Haley Zeiss to the free throw line. So Kayla Hilaire, she has 23 points so far today, and that's a season high. But I can't tell whether or not she had more points than that in her time at Seton Hall. I'll provide stats for you if I can find out what it is. As Haley Zeiss will go to the free throw line. Zeiss gets her first one down. Zeiss led the way with 17 points last week for the Seawolves in their upset victory over the Pittsburgh Panthers. It was a close game in the end. A missed three-pointer by the Panthers that would have sent the game to overtime. As the second free throw from Haley Zeiss goes in, it's a 50-32 lead for the Seawolves. Now Cullen with the ball. 1:13 left to go in the third quarter. Hayward gets it to the left side. Hayward looking to go towards her left. She won't do so. Trying to find someone available. Can't. Actually, she finds Edwards. Edwards launches a three, and she finds it. First shot from the other arc for the Seahawks looking a little wide. And it's back to a 15-point lead. Jonah Cox with the ball. She gets it across the timeline. Back over to Hilaire. Hilaire with the ball. She is looking to find some number to go to. Hilaire still kicking through the right wing. There's Cox with it. Zeiss open in the left corner for three. Too strong on the play. Rebound taken by Catrice Jackson. 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Let's see if they're going to slow it down. Cornelia lost it, and she does. Zeiss picks it back up on the steal. Zeiss trying to work it down. She'll slow it. As the shot clock's off, Stony Brook should slow it down. They will. They'll hold on to it as much as they can.
To get within three, they just cannot find that lead yet.
They need to get all their shots down better. Clark now with it. Looking to set something up. Here's Johnson. Right wing. Going over against Conroy. Goes for the step-back jumper. Misses and can't see. Schechter picks up the rebound.
Yeah, good setup there by Gucci from Shade. Give Johnson the lane and open space up the middle. That one's just knocking down. The Danes are going to burn some more clock.
Stokes now has it. She'll keep with it. Left wing. Lost the ball and Johnson gets it back. All of a sudden there was contact but no fouls called. It's stolen away by Stokes, but she loses it out of bounds.
Stokes was fouled on that last play, and nothing was called. She was hit from behind. No foul was called. She tries to pickpocket Hilaire from behind, knocks it back out of bounds. Stony Brook got a break there.
Very interesting observation. Also got to wonder how the ref's going to really call this fourth quarter. And this is life or death for both teams. Because that one mishandled. This UAlbany ball off the pressure. But as I said, how are the refs going to call this one? You know, one team's going to go home after the end of this quarter.
Like I just said, Stony Brook got a break there, and that was probably karma.
There's no answer at all from Stony Brook. They need to find something to do here. Stokes at the left wing. Look to try to drive inside. Nearly loses the ball. The sticks with it. Guarded well by Hilaire. Goes over to Schechter. Schechter sets up. Nearly stolen away from Hilaire. Stokes rolling it inside. Layup missed, but the foul's called again. And nobody in IFC Arena loves it.
I think the Gucci from Shane Hilaire told the whole story. Just put their head in their hands. Couldn't believe the foul call there. As it looks like Hilaire was going to poke that one away. Ref sticking with the call though.
Looks like a lot of bad calls here in this game. This cost Stony Brook dearly. So Kansas will look for the inbound. Over to Hagerstrand. The ball was tipped away by Clark, but Hagerstrand picks it back up. Stony Brook really needs to stop them here because they almost feel like they deserve to stop them. Stokes against Hilaire. Tried to get inside to Schechter. Couldn't find her. 4 seconds left. Kansas with the ball. 2 seconds to go. She has to go for the jumper and misses. That one almost went out of bounds, but it stays with UAlbany.
Yeah, the
Everything
arena
is going in Albany's favor.
Yeah, they're so for the arena disbelief, and again, shockingly so, that time, that ball was a miracle shot, almost finding its way in the basket. That one just hurled up by Hagerstrand. Still, once again, UAlbany going to get the ball back. They held Stony Brook scoreless the last couple minutes.
It's too much of a size advantage for UAlbany. So Schechter goes over to Hagerstrand. Hagerstrand back over to Conroy, right wing. Goes to the top of the key for Hagerstrand, loses it, and Clark will pick it up. Clark on the fast break. Here's the layup. It's good.
Yeah, when Clark gets in transition, no one stops her. They just jog behind her to watch her make the layup. She's got 15 points and 12 rebounds, along with 2 steals. She is trying to do everything she can to replace the finesse of India Pagan.
Yeah, really having a career game so far today. Really shining, as I said, without that star forward on the other end. Doing the job. Can't really blame her regardless of what happens here at the end of this contest. Putting in the work for Stony Brook.
Stokes inside to Schechter. Against OGP layup, it's good.
Schechter bullied her way downstairs. That one to fade away inside over Gucci Rocher. It looks like she even connected a little bit. Gucci is holding her face. Looks like there may be contact.
Lefty Schechter with 14 points. Back to a 5-point lead again. Warning goes over to Clark. Zeiss at the left wing. Trying to find someone available. Hilaire gets it. Top of the key. Pull up a 3. misses that one, and Convoy picks up the rebound.
Stony Brook has not found a three since Annie Warren hit it in the second quarter. Aside from that, they are 1 of 14.
Yes, 7% from the field. At that time, Hiller trying to force one. Very risky to do here late in this contest.
And Stokes, her ball was deflected, but a foul's called on Zeiss.
Third team foul for Stony Brook.
Yeah, and Great Danes so far outscoring the Seawolves 8-4. They've been able to get it done on the field. Both teams shooting around 40% though.
Seems like this is going to be between the two people who jumped the ball up. Cheyenne Cork is 4 of her last 5, and Schechter's 3 of her last 4. It's going to come down to the number 4 battle.
See how that plays out here. So another inbound now for UAlbany. Trying to find someone available. Can't find over. It goes to Mackie Johnson. She nearly loses it, but gets it back over to Stokes. 5:28 left to go. UAlbany up 41-36. Stokes up against Hilaire. Stokes with the layup. Misses, and the rebound taken by Clark. And now here's Hilaire with the ball. Trying to work on a fast break here. She'll slow it down.
Hilaire had Warren open. She decided to keep it herself.
Hilaire goes over to Warren now. Up against Mackie Johnson. Hilaire. Warren trying to come inside. Goes for the layup. Got it! And the foul!
It happens at least once a game. It was Annie Warren who dumps in, and she always draws contact and is able to capitalize. Big move there by Annie Warren. 3rd All-America East team, and she has been quiet. She's got 6 points now.
21-26 from the free throw line. First free throw. Misses that one. It's still a 3-point game. Free throws crucial here for Stony Brook. If Johnson and Warren had connected, it would have been a tie game. So Stokes now with the ball. Stokes will try to go inside. Stokes sticking with it. Hilaire guarding her. Thinking
Great
about checking inside. Let's see what OGP does. Stokes sticking with it still. Cansey at the top of the key. Should go up against Clark. Trying to pull her way inside. Another foul is called. Traveling no violation. No, that's what it's called. And Seawolves are getting the ball back.
She pulled the chair. She let Cansey run into her. She was looking for the post position, and she just pulled the chair, let her go off, and Cansey, that's a travel, Stony Brook ball.